Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to bring you a demonstration on how to grease your Lippert or Dexter Easy Lube axles. And it's a very straightforward procedure. You can do it yourself. There's a few steps you need to follow. Sorry, it's a really hot day today. And I thought I would show you what you need, plus show you one of the wheels as we're getting ready to do this flatbed trailer itself, and I've already done our fifth wheel. A couple of simple things that you're going to need. I always like to have an extra cloth on hand for wiping up my hands, but for most of the grease I like to have some paper towels on hand itself. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver or a small angled pry tool, depending on whether you have a metal cap or the plastic inserts. Then you're going to need your grease gun, and today you'll also get a look at a new tool that we're using, which is a locking grease coupler fitting. So I'll just show you. When you push the button down, it actually extends and locks around the grease nipple. Now the first thing we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to take off the little plastic cap, or if you have one of the metal rings, metal caps, you'll want to take that off. Right below here you'll see there's a grease nipple. Now what I like about this locking fitting is that it locks. You slide it right over the grease nipple, let it go, and it actually locks in place. So if I tug on it a little bit, it locks itself right on there. So now what we want to do, and this frees up, this is why I like this locking grease coupler, is it actually frees up one of your hands, because as you're pumping in grease, and you're going to want to do this slowly, you want to turn your wheel counterclockwise, and we're going to be watching in here for grease coming out. Now the first grease we get may be grayish in color because it's been through some heat cycles, some wear. If it happens to be coming out reddish or purplish, because that's the color of our grease, then we know that the grease in there is really, really good. Now there is a chance, if you have to pump a lot of grease into this, that you were really low on grease and you're only getting the red out, but that's usually not the case. So let's start this. So all we're going to do to grease it is turn the wheel on a regular constant speed and slowly grease, slowly push in the handle of your grease gun to let the grease go in. Now it's very important that you spin the wheel counterclockwise, because that's allowing it to be greased effectively. Now what you're going to notice is I'm able to do this easily, where normally I wouldn't have been able to use a flexible tube on the grease gun. In the past, prior to this coupler, I've actually had to use a solid connector to keep the pressure. Now it's a little harder to see on the camera, but I'm actually seeing grease coming out here, and I'm going to show you. We'll bring that camera up a little closer. Let's do this. And you'll just see right in here this grease that's coming out. That's what you want to see. Now ours isn't quite a bright purple like we were anticipating. If it was new, it's actually a purplish. It's pretty good and solid in color. Now usually what you want to do at this point, take your coupler off for a second, grab this grease, be very careful because the edges are sharp. That lets you take a really good look at it, and you'll notice It's actually a pretty good purplish. It's not liquefied. So that's telling me the grease is actually in pretty good condition. Now, typically what you would do, we'll reconnect this, seat it so it locks. Typically what you would do is you'd keep spinning the wheel, pumping the grease in till that grease comes out, as we're seeing it come out, until it's, if you're using, if your grease is a bright red or a purplish, depending on the color of the grease you're using, you'll want to keep doing that until that new grease comes out. Now, from what I'm seeing here, the grease is in really great shape. I'm gonna stop, consider this one done. If you haven't done this maintenance in a while, be prepared. You're gonna go through several tubes of grease if you haven't done it in a while. Anyways, that gives you a little glimpse of how to actually use the Lippert or the Dexter Easy Lube axles, as they're typically referred to. That way, you can do this maintenance at home. Pretty easy to do if you want to do it a couple of times a year. If you're doing a lot of towing, especially on an RV, etc., you can do that. Just be careful. You don't want to blow out your seal in the back by not spinning the wheel or pumping the grease too quickly. I hope it helps. If you like the video, please click the like button. If you subscribe to the channel, we'd greatly appreciate it. Hit that little bell notification down below and you'll be notified of new videos as they come available. Hope this helps you out, saves you a little bit of money, and gives you some satisfaction on being able to do a few things yourself. Bruno here. Thanks, guys. We'll see you back at the channel soon. Take care.